get set. Where them haters, where them hoes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
How I may end up like Freddie Lee. How I may end up like Freddie Lee is, I think when I am able to, I may just stop stating my opinion on a lot of stuff that goes on in the martial arts. Or really what I'm trying to do is take a journalistic approach and let people see how the martial arts can apply to different parts of their life. How you take martial arts principles and apply them to different areas of your life. Not just punching, not just kicking, not just throwing, not just pinning, not just locking, not just choking. Okay? You take these principles and you put them into other areas of your life, because the overwhelming majority of us who are in martial arts are not paid to fight people. We're not even in security professions or law enforcement professions. We're regular people who are taking these good ethics that you can learn from this once upon a time warrior training and apply them to modern life. Okay? The thing that got me really thinking was on one of Freddie Lee's videos where he's talking about how he basically changed up his approach and his platform, and he pulled back on his philosophical videos because he's, getting less flack and people like to watch kids. So, hey, why not give the people what they want to see, and not with the negative controversy, but with something that's cute, fun, wholesome, entertaining for the whole family, right? Kids. And I agree. But see, where I teach, because I don't have my own storefront, I'm teaching part-time out of rec centers right now. And I'm not saying I'm mad about it. It's just unfortunate that the world is like this. There have been a few times when if I film the kids doing something, somebody thinks that I'm up to something, so they complain and I'm not allowed to film the children. Okay? So these are the reasons why I would want to film the children. I want to film them because they're doing a good job, and it's not I think I can learn something from it, or they may be having trouble with something and I need to watch it. Like coaches take film of athletes practicing, and I want to see what they're having trouble with and look at it with a different frame of mind so I can see something different. Or because, they really look like they're having fun, and I think that if other kids see these kids having fun online, then they're going to want to do what they're doing because they're having fun doing it, okay? Or parents will be like, oh, okay, I like what he's doing with those kids, so I'm going to bring my kids because I saw what he did with those kids, okay? Marketing and coaching. But we live in a world where people are going to question your motives if you're doing anything like that, unless, you've got some kind of social validation where they give you a pass. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And there's also another reason why I'm thinking, even if I can't just like post videos of the kids thing, I could post footage of me breaking something, or I could post footage of me like just working on some kicks or something like I've been working on. One thing I got feedback on that I need to go back to, and not just because someone told me, is me practicing that V kick. I didn't think anybody would look at that because it's not spectacular. But one of the kids saw me struggling. His grandmother let him watch the V kick video of me struggling with the V kick, and that motivated him to want to do his thing. You can do that? And I'm like, I barely got it to where I had it at one point where I had my feet actually both of them up by my head. I wish I still had that photograph of me doing that, where I got the feet up here by the head. And he's like, I want to do it too. I said, you're trying to do it. I want to do it. And he's not ready for it. But anyway, I told him how, and I gave him the explanation. I think he's going to go home and eventually figure it out, because that's the type of work ethic that particular student has. So I may just do stuff like that because, I would say this is the straw that broke the camel's back, but not really, because I've noticed this from other people. There's another YouTuber on here that's a controversial YouTuber too, and I'm not going to say his name, but he says that he likes to quote African proverbs. And one of his African proverbs that he said is, if you advise someone and they don't take the advice, then you let adversity teach them. Now, already with things I definitely can't control, like I have definitely been advising educators for I don't know how long to take martial arts lessons because these little children that have problems are going to hurt you. I even wrote a couple of people. I know I wrote some people in education saying I'd be willing to come in, or you could just, if you don't trust me because you just don't think I'm good enough, reach out to the community and you can get people who have a much bigger, better reputation and see if they can help you, you know, because I really think this is something that is getting to be pretty dire. You got to ignore it on that. So now adversity is teaching them, okay? So, if you want to come by my channel and you hate what I'm talking about because you think that I'm just trying to cause trouble, or you think that I'm just gossiping and you just don't want to hear me talk, because I've been told by people before, oh, you're just talking, it's just a bunch of speeches, I don't want to hear it. You know what? Adversity can teach you that. First of all, you can just take the mouse and just drag it and click somewhere else. But second of all, if you really don't like, wisdom and philosophical discussions and people doing their best to show you how this subject of martial arts fits into everyday life, which is something your instructor tends to not have time to do, because I know I don't have time to do this in my classes. I have to get you through the physical technique and stuff. If you don't want to know how you can use these principles in your life and you want to go and just have to figure it all out on your own, or anybody giving you any hints to save you time, then I think I should let adversity teach you. I'm tempted to, I'll say this. People get on the backs of people like Freddie Lee. These are my trinity of YouTube controversial people. Freddie Lee, Sergeant Willie Pete, Tommy Sotomayor. People want to get on their backs a lot of times about being negative and say that they just got their fame by being negative. But you watch those videos with them being negative, don't you? And I'm not the only one. It's people on YouTube that are positive. And you don't know who they are, do you? So, since you obviously, I'm not talking to everybody, but since a lot of you tend to like the negative, the numbers back it up. Unless YouTube is really truly suppressing views, which sometimes I wonder if they do, then it's your fault. It's our fault that people that are going negative are negative. Because if you smile and say, have a nice day, nobody cares. But when you're negative, or really, you don't even have to be negative. If they feel that you are being negative towards something that they hold sacred, like their ego or their idols, they gravitate towards that. And I think that goes back to what my high school English teacher used to say, is that good writing has conflict in it. In other words, a lot of people they're just drama queens and they like the drama. You come to YouTube to be entertained by drama. You don't necessarily come to learn. You don't really you see me in this little plaid thing that I'm wearing right now, and I don't strike you as somebody who could teach you anything. Either because I'm older than you, either because I'm younger than you, either because I'm darker than you, either because I'm lighter than you, either because of whatever. For some reason, I don't register as somebody that you can learn from. And you know what? And that's okay. I think I'm going to get to the point where I'm just going to be like Freddie Lee. I'm just going to have to let adversity teach you. And you'll learn the hard way. And I don't mind taking in wisdom. So I'm going to continue to do that. And if you don't want to, you're just not, and that's what's going to be. So if you wonder why I think it's probably going to take a couple of years before I really totally jump on that side. But if you just see me just practicing front kicks in my uniform or in my gym clothes, you're going to know why. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And peace.